Hi, I'm Rebecca from yarnandchai.com, and this is the tutorial video for the Simple Twisted Earwarmer. In this video, I'm going to show you the very beginner-friendly half double crochet and back loop only stitch, and then I'll show you how to seam your earwarmer so that it has this modern twist at the top. This is a beginner level pattern written in American Standard terms. It comes in 4 sizes. The pattern is written for the toddler size with child, teen, and adult small, and adult large in parentheses. You can really make it any size you want though, just by chaining any number at the beginning. There is no stitch multiple for this pattern. You'll need some DK weight yarn. I'm using Cascade Longwood Sport, which is a number 3 DK merino wool yarn. You'll need 80 yards for toddler, 90 for child, 110 for teen or adult small, and 115 for adult large. You're also going to need a 5mm H hook or whichever hook is needed to obtain the correct gauge. The gauge for the pattern is 12.5 rows of 16 half double crochets equals 4 inches square. Those are done in the back loop only. For a smaller project like this, if you don't really want to mess with a gauge check, you can definitely just keep a ruler handy to make sure that you're on track with my measurements, or you can even chain until the chain fits snugly around the head of whoever is going to wear the earwarmer. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so for this tutorial, again, I'm using Longwood Sport by Cascade Yarns. This is one of my absolute favorite yarns to work with. It's just so soft. It is very splitty though. So if you are a beginner or you don't like splitty yarn, this probably isn't the yarn for you, but it's so soft. I think it's worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a slip knot. I'm just going to do a small swatch, and this is mainly for my beginners out there who might need a little bit of assistance with working into the back loop only. I'm going to do a small swatch of the half double crochet in back loop only, but you should chain whatever the pattern tells you to chain for the size that you want to make. So for instance, if you are making the toddler size, you should chain 69, child size 73, teen and adult small, chain 81, and adult large, chain 85. And that's assuming that you've either done a gauge check or you are going to use a ruler to make sure that you are on the right track. So I'm just going to chain a smaller amount so that I can show you how to do the half double crochet and back loops only. And then I'll set you free to follow the instructions for your size, and I'll make sure that I post those on the screen. So for row 1 of this pattern, we're going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook and each remaining chain. So the loops on your hook do not count as a chain. This is your first chain right here. We're going to half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. And I'm just going to go right into that back loop and complete a half double crochet. So a half double crochet is very simple. You're just going to yarn over and you're going to insert your hook wherever you're going, back loop for me, and yarn over and pull it through. You've got 3 loops on your hook now. Yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. So I want you to just half double crochet all the way down your chain. Okay, so I half double crocheted all the way down my chain. That's the end of row 1. For rows 2 through 12 for the toddler size, if you're doing child size, you're going to do 13 total rows. Teen adult size is 14 total rows, and 14 rows also for the adult large. So you're going to, for the rest of this earwarmer, this is what we're going to do. And really, you can make it as tall as you want to. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. I'm going to half double crochet into the first stitch. I'm going into both loops, just like a normal stitch, half double crochet. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work the rest of my half double crochets, except for the very last one, in back loop only. The back loop is always the loop that is farthest from you, from your body, okay? So this is the front loop and this is the back loop. So I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to insert my hook into the back loop only and complete a half double crochet, and I'm going to do this all the way down until I have just one stitch remaining. Okay, so I'm almost to the end here. I just have this one stitch remaining. I'm going to do my half double crochet in both loops. And by doing it in both loops on either end, it's just going to keep a little bit cleaner of an edge. It's not going to matter too much because these sides are going to get seamed together, but it's just a handy technique that I usually use whenever I'm doing ribbing. Okay, so you can see the ribbing already forming, and you're just going to complete however many rows you're supposed to, doing that exact same thing. You're going to chain one and turn, half double crochet in both loops of the first, in the back loops only across, and in both loops of the final stitch. And after that, you're going to fasten off, leaving a longer tail for seaming your ear warmer. And you can weave in your starting tail, but don't weave in your finishing tail. So when you are done with that pattern, this is what we'll have. Let me zoom out a bit. All it is a long rectangle, and I still have my finishing tail here. It's kind of long so that I can seam it. Okay, now really, this is the great thing about patterns. A lot of times they're just really basic shapes filled in with stitches. So I picked the half double crochet and back loops only because I just think it makes for a nice modern fabric for an ear warmer. But really, you could fill this in with any stitches that you want, because the technique for seaming up this ear warmer is going to be the same. All we need for the twisted ear warmer is just this long, skinny rectangle, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my finishing tail up at the top here, top right corner. And I am going to thread it through a yarn needle. And then I'm just going to gently set that aside so that it doesn't fall out. So I'm going to take my edges and I'm going to bring them together like this. I'm going to fold them in half, like they're little alligator mouths facing each other. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer them, like interlock them. And you want to make sure that the one that has the finishing tail coming out of it ends up on the top, not on the inside. So making sure that this corner right here is on the top, I'm just going to interlock these. Hold them all, and then you're going to want to do a little bit of working with it to make sure that the edges are touching each other, that they're really well interlocked, and also that all four of these edges are on an even plane, so they're nice and flat, because we're going to be seaming this all together. So it might take a little bit of working with it to get that to happen. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your yarn needle, and you've got your tail right here. I'm just going to flip it over because I don't know why I feel better working from right to left. It makes more sense to me. I'm just going to take this, it's coming out right here, and I'm just going to seam up these edges together. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I go through all four edges, grabbing some yarn from every single edge as I go through. And then I'm just going to pull that. And then I'm going to come back down, making sure again that I'm grabbing yarn from every single edge. And you're just going to do that all the way down this surface. Okay, so I've gone all the way through, and now I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tug. You don't have to pull it super tight, just a little bit there. And then I'm going to go ahead and weave this end in. Cut off the excess. This is what it looks like on the bottom, and then I'm just going to flip it right side out. And there you have it. How easy is that? These are so popular right now and so easy to make. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little tutorial for the Simple Twisted Ear Warmer. I have a lot of other ear warmer patterns as well as other accessories and all kinds of things, home decor, all kinds of good stuff on my blog, yarnandchai.com. You can find the free written pattern for this as well as all of those. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching.